All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking real music in real time for a few real people out there, just like you and just like me. All right, before I get going on this video, here's Chez Kane. This lady has been ignored completely by the American music industry. She's from the UK. She's talented. She's attractive. And she sounds a lot like Vixen or Lita Ford, or maybe even some 80s Heart sounding stuff. This is her first album here, so I've got them both. She's been on the show a couple of times. She is a very nice person on top of all the other stuff. So add that to the list of why you should probably support the music of Chez Kane. Speaking of Heart music, Ann Wilson has announced a tour. This is a little bit weird because in the middle of 2022, she confirmed that she and her sister Nancy were planning to reunite in 2023 to celebrate the 50th anniversary of their band. Ann was asked about the upcoming milestone and basically said, yes, we're planning on doing something with Heart. She says, I'm not at liberty to say exactly what we are doing yet because it's such early days, but sure, it will be next year, and we're doing a thing, definitely. We're still formulating it now. While the sisters weren't able to come to terms on a Heart tour from 2022, both had expressed optimism that they would be able to iron out something for 2023. Nancy and I are okay with each other, Ann told Classic Rock magazine. We just have different ideas for what Heart should be. Yeah, can I explain that for the audience here? So Nancy Wilson wants to do traditional Heart music. She wants to go out there and play the songs that people want to hear. Ann Wilson wants to continue to try to reinvent the wheel. At this stage in everybody's career, I would advise them, and I'm big on old bands doing new material. Now, if Heart wanted to get into the studio and do an album like Dog and Butterfly, I would be, yeah, go and do that. That would be terrific. You could play a couple of tracks and then play your classic material, and the fans, I think, would be really happy. Nancy explained back last February, not this year, that she and her sister couldn't agree on what lineup to go out on tour with. She said the band had a tour offer, but had to turn it down because Ann wanted to reshuffle the lineup. So their compromise for 2022 was to do what each of them wanted and come out with a plan for next year. Well, lo and behold, Ann Wilson is heading out on the road this summer by herself. The singer just announced dates for the new tour, and she'll be backed up by the group Trip Sitter. Don't know what Trip Sitter is, but that's the group she'll be working with out on tour. The tour is set to kick off July 7th in Toronto, with the first U.S. date booked for July the 12th in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. The trek wraps up August 30th in Syracuse. A complete list of dates can be found at annwilson.com. Now, so it wraps up in August, the end of August. So that really takes you through the summer touring season. It's not like the band couldn't do something before the end of 2023, but I'm thinking it's highly unlikely. A band like Heart should be out there on the road during the summer months. You can do like a package tour like Heart and Joan Jett or something like that, and I'm sure the fans would love that. But apparently this isn't happening, and none of the rock media has noticed this, which is pretty interesting. It also sounds like we'll be hearing new music from Ann Wilson. Does anyone really want to hear new solo material from Ann Wilson? Seriously. I mean, she's put out a bunch of albums over, the last few years. And quite honestly, I mean, some of it is okay. You can pick out a song here and there and say, yeah, that's pretty good. But why not do a Heart album? And why not, work with her sister? Now, again, this could stem from that whole 2016 Who Let the Dogs Out incident. I'm thinking there are still some issues there, even though in the article that I read from last year, it said, oh no, we're on good terms, except I'm going to go out on the road by myself with a group called Trip Sitter as my backup band. And no word from Nancy Wilson, what she's up to this summer. In any event, folks, if you're a fan of Heart, it's been disappointing. Like the last 10 years has been really disappointing overall. Yes, they've done some tours, but see, Ann Wilson is like trying to reinvent herself at her age. She's trying to hang out with all the Seattle guys from the 90s, and this is just where her brain is right now. And most of the classic rock fans, they want to hear the stuff from the 70s. They want to hear the stuff from the 80s. This band has just an incredible catalog, and you can't make people like your new material, especially when you have no radio support anymore. I mean, these classic rock websites talk about it like, oh, Ann Wilson has new material. And I'm like, really? Are you guys going to play Ann Wilson's new material? Well, no, but she's got new material. Okay, great. And so this is the support system that somebody like Ann Wilson has right now. I'm actually defending her here, even though I know her brain is not with Heart. Her passion is to do her own thing. And she wanted to, make Heart go in a different direction. And Nancy's like, no, we've got this great catalog. We've got great offers on the table. And this has happened before. And then nothing happens. So I don't know. Maybe Anne just doesn't get along with her sister anymore. And it's easier for her to tour as a solo artist. But I'm telling you, fans would love to see Heart on the road. Imagine a stadium tour with Heart as one of the bands, along with some of the other bands that they had last year on these tours. People would gobble up tickets for that. They really would. Ann Wilson still sounds good at her age, and people want to see the two sisters together. So that's my take on it. Now, there are a lot of people that have just followed Ann Wilson and think she's great doing like Soundgarden songs or whatever she's doing now. And I don't know. It's just not my thing. I love the late 70s Heart music, actually mid through the late 70s. And obviously there are 80s revival. Whether Ann Wilson appreciates it or not, that's the music that is still out there getting airplay every day. Even the dreaded All I Want to Do Is Make Love to You, all right, from 1990. Ugh. Lyrically, it's a good song, but the lyrics creep me out. You know who doesn't creep me out? Chez, Kane, baby. I mean, this is next generation, okay? Lita Ford, Vixen, 80s sounding Heart music. This is it right here. This album is brilliant from start to finish. It's called Power Zone. Please check it out. Do yourself a favor. Listen to something different. Yeah. Life is too short to just listen to the same old stuff over and over again. All right, people, that's my video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell for notifications. Patreon for a measly $1 a month, maybe $2 a month if you really want to shell out the big bucks for me. I appreciate all that. I try to recognize everybody who signs up. I send a message out there thanking you, and I'm thanking all the patrons that are keeping this channel going, fighting the algorithm every single day, but doing it in the spirit of love, peace, and happiness. Yeah. All right. See you soon.